Let's be direct. In this installment, we're going to talk to you, Ms. Brittney Griner. Oh, sorry, Mr. Okay, I'm going to admit right off the top, I'm confused. So I'm going to come to you, hopefully to get some clarification, okay? Since your your arrest in Russia, I keep slipping up because I have to, we're confused. Since your arrest in Russia, there have been speculation that you may not be female. Now, that only got exacerbated when we read something on Facebook. There was a post that said that you were expecting a child with your partner. And the title says, see, women can have children with women. They don't need men. Oddly enough, though, they were okay to use your photo. You didn't seem to have a problem with that. And you haven't said anything to the contrary that might be the truth. So we're going to have multiple questions here for you. Do you believe that women can get women pregnant and you don't need men? Or do you not? And why haven't you clarified that and say, hey, that's not what I believe. I don't know why they use my photo, but that's not how I believe it. Secondly, are you a man or a woman? Because we are genuinely confused. I know that it's a question that keeps coming up because of how you look, but it's a little bit more than that. There is a little bit more than just how you look. It's how you sound, how you behave.
About it, I was at a really low moment. I didn't feel like a human, honestly. It was the dirtiest I've ever felt.
And the fact that you are what you say you are, which is not straight. Okay, so we do have questions there. Now, finally, this is where we really have the conversation that wants to take place is in this realm here. What made you the way you are now? I know people are going to say, well, it's not a choice, it's how I am. Okay, we're going to assume that it's a choice because it's the only way we can look at it because we're not you. This is why we have questions. Was it that you became the one thing that you hate most? Men, you just decided to take on that role because somebody did something to you way back in the day, or somebody wasn't there for you when they should have been, or you just have this innate dislike and discontent to men. So you become the one thing that you hated most in an effort to be better at it than they were. That could possibly be it. We don't know. It could be that you are indeed, yes, a female and that you are indeed just gay. But there seems to be something underlying because it's a persona at this point. It has become a persona because in 1 minute you're proud of that fact, but then the next minute you tell people not to speak about it. But at the same time, you don't want to clarify when people may possibly get something wrong. You can understand our confusion yet? Because let's be honest, you're a basketball player. You depend on people either liking what you can do or you as a person in order to put money into your pockets. You are banking on the fact that people accept you in one form or another in order for them to pay to see you do what you're doing. Now, if people have questions or they just have some trepidation, I would think, this is just me, that you would want to clarify it for them in order for you to gain their good graces, since you're dependent on them liking you. You could also be playing the bad guy, where you want people to dislike you and still pay money into your coffers, because the more people dislike you, the more they talk about you, the more money you make. You could have that grift going on. We don't know. But from where we're looking and how we stand and what we know about men and women, let's just say we're not sure which one you are. Let's just say, actually, for the majority of people, I think we believe you're not female. Now, here's a bigger question. What's so wrong about not being female? Why would you need to pretend to be something that you're not? Why? Just be who you are. Unless you yourself are not content with who you are. And so you have to put on a persona that you do like. Now, when I told you we had a lot of questions, I wasn't lying, Brittany. We have a lot of questions for you. But we can't get them from tabloids. We can't get them from junkies. We can't get them from the news. We want to get them from you. We would love to have that answer from you directly so that there's no equivocations, no questions, none of that. But you've not been willing to tell anybody anything. I know you go onto these programs and you like to tout the regular line. You're proud of who you are. You're comfortable in your skin. This, that, the third, the regular talking points that will keep people at bay and not have them dive deep into who you are. That's not here. We want to get to the bottom. Reasoning, if you say that people are your bread and butter, then maybe convince people. Just a thought, maybe convince people. Because a lot of us are not convinced of either one, either that you're a male or a female, or that you don't care that men and women are the only two that can make babies. Because like we said, you didn't say anything about it. And what's that statement that people like to say? Silence is consent. You know what I mean? You don't say anything, so we have to believe that you agree with it. And if you do agree with it, why? Does that mean that you don't have a father? Or does that mean that you are wait a minute, you might be the dad. You see how we could think that? You not agreeing, or in fact, you not disagreeing with that tells us that you might actually be the father, and you're the one that got your spouse pregnant because you're not a woman. Well, anyway, we're just speculating. Of course, you can always come clarify to us, and we'll be open for that. Our inbox is there. Please reach out to us if you want to clarify this, because again, your bread and butter is the public audience. And we're just trying to make sure that you have all options available to you to make sure that people understand fully where you're coming from. If that's what you want and you're up to it, please contact us, because man alive, we have questions, and man alive, do we need answers. And the only person that can give us that is you.